to another episode of EYEAM Mental Health Podcast. I'm Will Jenkins.
Monte Newsom, and today we have a very special guest on the show today. A real neighborhood hero, two-time All MEC first team, All MEC second team in 2017, All MEC All Tournament MVP, All MEC Player of the Year, D2 All American, NABC NCAA All Atlantic District first team. Also played for the Philadelphia 76ers on a two-way contract, the Delaware Bluecoats, and recently just came back from Germany in one of their top leagues, the BBL League. Like I said, again, a real neighborhood hero. Pleasure to have you on here today, bro. Haywood Highsmith. How you doing?
Appreciate y'all having me, man. Appreciate it for sure.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, bro?
Doing good, man. A lot going on right now, a lot going on, but I'm doing good.
Yeah, we had to get you on here, bro. Like you said, we know you got a lot going on. We definitely appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time, and we really get right into it. Like, really, what our platform is just EYEAM brand. Like, it let people know like who you are. Like, everybody always want to talk about other people. Oh, this person do this person cool. Or they don't really talk a lot. They do this. Well, our platform give you a chance to really be your own author and have the pencil, and you get to tell your own story. Some people might be like, oh, Haywood chose to go to the 76ers because of this, when you might be like, that's not even what happened. So you can just give you a chance to tell your side of the story, the obstacles that you overcame. Like, I know it's definitely not easy to be in your position, and you handle it very well. So a lot of people wouldn't really think that you really go through nothing. So that's what we're really here to talk about, for real, bro. So
for sure.
Tell us a little bit about growing up in Baltimore. Of course, where we come from is one of the toughest cities in the world. So just talk a little bit about growing up back home.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up West Baltimore, Baltimore City. I was allowed outside to, play outside the streets when I was a young kid, but nowadays, I don't even know if that's safe nowadays because, Baltimore is, like you said, it's a tough city growing up. But, I played basketball since I was younger with my father. He teach me the game. It was fun for me back then. I used to go outside and shoot, and just have fun. And, it was all fun and games back then when we was younger, obviously. We didn't know how serious it would get. We got the high school and college, and, Baltimore, it's a big city, but it's also a small city because everybody knows everybody in the basketball world. Like, I met both of you guys in two different situations, and who would know that you guys are, like, friends? Like, I met Monte in high school, and I met Will, like, I think at AAU, and then I knew your cousin Derek as well. So, it's a small world. But, growing up in Baltimore, not a lot of people make it out, they say, but I was blessed to make it out. You guys are blessed to make it out, so, we're on the right path. I definitely want to give back more, coming up. I'm trying to do a camp next year, for kids and stuff like that, free camp, obviously. So, I definitely want to give back to Baltimore and help it, and grow in the right way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, guys like Will Barton and them have done stuff like that. I'm trying to, get to that, trying to help out the communities, in Baltimore where I grew up, and help kids like I was helped when I was a kid, give back.
Definitely. Talk about the mental stage, like what really helped you propel yourself to stay focused and really succeed where you're at now today, especially coming from Baltimore.
Yeah. I think I had a lot of support from family. My family definitely pushed me, to be the best basketball player I can be. They also pushed me to also, get good grades as well. It was no basketball unless I got the grades, right. So, it's all about that. But, the mental side, I really think I started to lock in mentally, with basketball, like really locked in, like not playing around, none of that when I got to college. Because in high school, it was all fun and games as well. Like, I feel like if I worked harder in high school, bro, I could have really, took off to maybe a bigger college. But, it wasn't in God's plan. But, things happen for a reason. I got to college and, my coach in college was like probably the most strictest guys, toughest guys, but he wanted the best out of all his players. So, waking up at 6 a.m. was a new thing for me. And I'm like, I can't do these 6 a.m. workouts, blah, blah. My mother on the phone, like, bro, like, you got to do this. Like, you want to be a basketball player, you got to do this stuff. And, as time went on, I got used to it. I was, waking up actually early, and I was supposed to wake up, getting up extra work before, after, whatever. So in college, I really started to like lock in, And, and I really started to be like this basketball, like it's still fun, but it's really like you're supposed to work your hardest every time you step on that floor. And when I got to college, my coach literally pushed me so much that I was kind of scared of him in the beginning. But then I'm like, nah, he just wants the best for me. So I was just like, yeah. But so I think mentally in college when I really started to like, see, where I could do with this. I could take it all the way, So yeah.
That's crazy, bro. That's amazing. I don't want to just skip past you saying you want to give back to the city because we talk about that every day. Like us obviously living in Houston, we don't want people to be like, oh, they just moved out the city and went out Houston, saw their own thing. Like we definitely want to, it ain't best to always live in Baltimore. You want to really get away from there so you can really find your true self and the best version of you. But we definitely want to give back, bro. So whenever you do the camp, I definitely want to volunteer us. We definitely will.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know about it. Yeah, we can all work together and stuff. And just make it a fun experience for the kids and teach them things and just have fun with it for sure.
Most definitely. Talk about who's some of your biggest inspirations growing up. I know your dad always in your life. You talked about Will Barton. Just talked about some people who inspired you growing up and why.
Definitely my dad, like you said. He was there for me a lot through basketball. We got the same name. I'm a little bit taller than him. He really taught me everything about basketball. So he's a stable foundation in my life. Another inspiration. I really look at like guys like from our area, the DMV area, like Kevin Durant. I was always a big Kevin Durant fan. I know Monte. We go way back.
Know it.
Me and Curly, we used to be like, bro, Kevin Durant's great as well. Like I still love him to this day. Like he's a bucket. He's a bucket. Sure. But he's off the court. He's cool as well. Like he does so much for the community in DC and stuff. And he helps kids and stuff. When he comes back, he plays in the Berry Farm stuff and stuff like the Goodman. I think it's the Goodman League and stuff like that. So when I got to the NBA, I obviously wanted to meet him, but I didn't get to meet him yet. But I'm not trying to meet him on some fan type stuff. I'm trying to meet him like But yeah, Kevin Durant, my father. I think my uncle, my mother's side, he was a definite inspiration as well. He was always there for me, coming to the games, making sure I was good and stuff like that. So, and also a few coaches, probably my coach in college was a definite inspiration. I don't think I would be where I was at wasn't for him. So yeah, those guys definitely was inspirations for me.
Most definitely. Talk a little bit about your college career and like why you chose Wheeling. You heard you say earlier that you probably thought you could have went to a bigger school, and everybody else probably thought that too. But like you said, once they get past high school, like basketball really become a business. Like you could be the best player out your city and might not go D1 because you don't have the right connections, or it might be just like that. So just talk about
well, Monte, you know about Curly. Curly's not a basketball school at all.
At all.
Nobody's helping us get to college from Curly for sure. So obviously I was on my own kind of with that, trying to get to college and stuff. So I was going to go to prep school, try to get some more offers, but they didn't work out because I didn't want my parents to kind of spend too much money on me, after high school, So I took a different route. I actually graduated high school and played AAU basketball after I graduated high school in summertime, just to see what happens with the offers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I actually played in a few tournaments. I think I played in like Atlantic City tournament. Mm-hmm. I got two kind of entries from D2 schools. It was Wilmington University, which is in Delaware, and it was Wheeling, the school that I went to, in West Virginia. Visited both, and I ultimately had to make a decision, and I ultimately went with Wheeling because of the coach, and they gave me more. It wasn't a full scholarship at first; it was a partial scholarship. It was more than Wilmington, so I went with Wheeling. It was 4 hours from home, and probably one of the greatest decisions I ever made, playing for Coach Sancombe. He's not there no more; he's in Cal, PA. But yeah, me and Will battled a lot in college. I already know. Like,
you got me too old.
Yes, sir. Virginia Union. I think we beat y'all both times we played, or
at home y'all beat us, and then it was some crazy stuff. Good game.
Yeah, we had some good battles, well, for sure. Yeah, every time on the scouting report said athletic, long, great shot blocker, all that. But with D2s, I think it's a lot of D2s out there that can beat a lot of D1s. Like, to be honest with you, like Virginia Union was a good school. My school was a good school. Like, we could beat a lot of people, but I don't like how people knock D2. So at the end of the day, yeah. But yeah, I chose Wheeling. It was a good fit for me. Definitely a good fit. Not too far from home, but far enough that I wasn't back in the city doing whatever on the streets, whatever, stuff like that. But
yeah. I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad you talked about like D2s can beat D1s and stuff like that, because a lot of players like come out of their high school thinking like I was the top guy in high school, and they might even get to college, or let's say they go to a mid-major school or something like that, and they thinking that they're gonna be the number one guy there, and then they kind of get discouraged because they might have got a D2 or D3 look rather than D1, or they might have got D1 and now they sitting on the bench. So like, I'm glad you said that out there, being at the level that you at. That levels don't really matter. Like if you can play, you can play. They're gonna come find your game, and really like D2 is a great competition in Division II.
Most times D2 is people who, like you said, either didn't get that what they wanted at D1 level, or it's probably grades, and it'd be a great bump. Like you said, your conference, MEC, CIAA.
Yeah, for sure.
Conferences like that really, like they're bump with any low D1 you could probably think of.
For sure. I remember y'all played Duke one time. Y'all was bumping with them, right? Or was that Bowie State? I don't remember.
Nah, we was bumping with Duke. That was my senior year until half, and they was
bumping with Duke for a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, Duke's a super powerhouse Division I, but like,
that's a great.
Like I'm talking about, like D2s can be some low D, like low D1s, like yeah.
Definitely a great experience. Talk a little bit about your mental process, like when you realize, all right, I graduated. I don't really have nothing going. Like I gotta play AAU. You see a lot of guys signing around you, things like that. So how did you not really let that discourage you? And you was like, man, I don't care if I graduate. I'm about to get back out here, get my look. They ain't give me a full ride. I'm still gonna make something happen, and you made it happen. So talk about your mental process.
I mean, I remember in high school they had a signing day, Curly, and everybody was signing and stuff, and I'm sitting here like, I don't know what I'm doing, So it was kind of tough to see, people signing these places, and they're so happy and excited, and they're going here and stuff and that. But I was happy for them, because I'm never gonna sit here and hate on the next man, because something hasn't happened for me. That's not in my blood. I'm gonna be happy for you no matter what. But mentally, I don't think it got to me as much as you think it would. I think I always believe God had a plan for me no matter what, So if basketball didn't work out, I would do something else that I love. I might even coach or do something else that I love, or get my degree in business, start my own business, stuff like that. But mentally, I wasn't really too worried about it, because I had a plan. I was gonna go out there and just play my hardest. Something comes, thank God. If something doesn't come, we'll figure it out. But my parents really was there for me throughout it all. They helped whatever. Took me here, there, get up extra work, so I wasn't really too, worried or stressed about it. I think my mental stuff happened later in my career with professional, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Speaking of that, we can get into that. Talk about your thought process when you go to that G League tryout, and Elton Brand, you feel me, he liking you.
Right. Well, I didn't actually go to a G League tryout. I went to a summer camp, training camp. So they put G League. I was a tryout. I never tried out. It's like 300 people in that tryout. I didn't try out for that. I went to the Sixers summer league training camp before they go to summer league. Mm-hmm. After I graduated college. So it was like 15 guys there. I guess they thought, they signed me up. I guess they thought that I wasn't going to be, one of the top guys there. I guess they wrote me off kind of. They just invited me just to invite me. So, I get there and I'm killing everybody there, basically doing better than some of the draft picks that they pick and all that stuff. I'm putting in extra work after the practices, and they saying, everybody's noticing that I'm doing these type of things. They liking me, loving me, and stuff like that. So, they cut a few people. I'm still there. I'm like, I'm on the phone. I'm like, Mom, like I might make this roster. You feel me? Like I was excited, And then the next morning, it was like the last practice before we leave to Vegas. After practice, Elton Brand pulled me to the side and said, yeah, man, we got to let you go. And I'm like, dang, man. So I ain't going to lie. I went to the locker room, bro. I shedded a couple of tears because I really put my, best foot forward into that training camp with the Sixers. Like, I put my best foot forward. And I called my mom, like, Mom, yeah, they cut me, Mom. She was like, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. You did your thing, blah, blah, blah. So while some of these going on, I'm watching the games, and I'm like, man, I should have been out there. I'm mad sitting in the house. I'm like, wow. But thank God that, this worked out where the G League team contacted me. It was like, yeah, we want you to still play for us. You did great in the training camp. We're going to put you as a local tryout guy. You're going to come to training camp for the Blue Coats, and, you're going to, play with the Blue Coats, basically. And it worked out for the best. Basically, I turned the opportunity into, something bigger. Because, without the opportunity, the Sixers training camp, I wouldn't probably be got in the NBA and stuff like that. It would have been harder, but I probably wouldn't have got to where I was at, But, it's all about opportunity nowadays. If you get the right opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. You might only get one chance. So,
Facts. That's a great blessing too, bro.
Right,
and like shedding tears, that's nothing, bro. We pour our passion into this sport, bro, to anything. So that was just like feeling the aftermath of damn, I just gotta keep going.
When you did get that call from the Blue Coats though, did you look at that like, man, this is another opportunity, like I'm getting back at it?
Yeah, it was a blessing, because as a Division II guy, not a lot of people make it to the G League, not like these two guys who make it to the G League. So I made it, and I looked at it as it's time to really lock in now, because if you do good in the G League, once the December comes around, January comes around, teams are looking for two-way guys, teams are looking for 10-day contracts. You just gotta show what you can do to help the team, and you can really get the call up, whatever. And that eventually happened. We'll talk about that later. I don't know the next question, but eventually happened for me. But it was definitely another opportunity for me, for sure.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about. You can talk about like when you actually got in that room, like when they brought you up from the Blue Coats and was like, "Hey, we want you to be a two-way player."
Yeah, so G League always has a showcase in December in Vegas, like around Christmas time. So I was playing really well. I was averaging like 14, 15, shooting like 40% from the three. Like everybody was like, "Oh, he's a 3-and-D guy." Like he plays like Robert Covington, like because he used to play for the Sixers. Everybody used to call me like Baby Rob. And I was just playing basketball. I didn't really understand the 3-and-D stuff, but I obviously got better with that stuff over time. But they told me that they was gonna offer it, before the showcase. So I'm going to the showcase like, wow, like I might, I can be on the NBA team after this. But the showcase I played, I played okay. I didn't play, not to what I was doing before. And I was thinking to myself like, damn, he might not offer me this two-way, but they eventually offered it. And one of the greatest days of my life, because I just had a child, so that's gonna be up there, stuff like that. But one of the greatest days of my life, I signed the contract. My parents was up there. Got into the game later that day. So I played in the G League game in the morning, signed the contract after the G League game. Then my father was with me. So my father calls my mother to come up to the game. My brother comes up to the game. I got my uncle. I got a whole bunch of support up to the game. So they played the Wizards later that night. I think JJ Redick was like a little hurt, so he wasn't playing. So they called me up. They called Shake up too. Shake. I know Shake. He was the two at the time. They called both of us up. And, I was like, wow, I'm excited. Like, here we go. So I rode with Shake to the game, and it's cameras everywhere. You pull into the game, you walking through the game. Everybody got their fits on. I got like a regular sweatpants on because I didn't know I was going to be called up. I ain't had no fit ready. I was chilling. Had some UGG shoes on, chilling, nice little vibe, and I'm sitting here like, what's going on? Like, I ain't used to none of this. But walking to the locker room, I've met Joel and Ben and all them before because I was up at the facility training before, but I didn't meet Jimmy and Tobias. Tobias was on the team right then. Okay, I didn't meet Jimmy and all them yet. So meeting all the guys, they're cool. So put my stuff on, the jersey. Well, first I walked to the locker room, my jersey, 7 Highsmith. I'm like, wow. Took a picture of that. Did some, thinking like, wow, I'm really here. I put in a lot of work to get here. It's really one of those moments where, you just look back and you're like, wow, like, this is crazy. I didn't think I would get here, but I'm here. But, so they play the Wizards, which is kind of funny too, because the Wizards the closest team to Baltimore. So they was kind of blowing them out. So fourth quarter running around, and people on the sideline, people on the bench, like Amir Johnson and all them, telling me, they better start stretching. You might get in. I'm like, me? Okay, I hit a few stretches on the timeout. I'm like, I'm doing some awkward stretches. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Awkward stretches, I don't know what to do. So then Brett Brown, coach at the time, puts me in. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous because that's a big arena. A little nervous at first play, almost turned the ball over. Didn't. But then second play, I think one of the plays next, they call floppy action. Floppy is basically 2 down screens and you come around, the 2 guards underneath the basket, and it's 2 screens on the opposite side, like the block, and they're setting like down screens for like pin downs. Mm-hmm. So they shake as the ball, he calls floppy. I'm underneath the rim. I come off the screen. Shake passes me the ball. I see some rim, and I'm like, shoot. Shot that, boom, went in, first shot. Yeah. All I know. And as soon as that ball touched the net, like I could just feel like just the tingling sensation on me, like, wow, like, you know, like this is, I mean, like I felt like, I mean, I was nervous, but I felt like, yeah, this is basketball, bro. Like you belong here. Like, you know, like you just made that shot, like, let's go. I'm gonna run down the court, put the 3 up, you know what time it is. My mother and father going crazy. My uncle going, like everybody's going crazy, you know. Everybody on the bench going crazy. I think I do like an alley to somebody next play, but you know, it's a beautiful day. It definitely one of the best days of my life, like I said. You know, it was beautiful. I just can't really put it into words, you know, that day, you know, making my first shot, signing the contract, played in 2 games that day, like an AAU tournament. And just, you know, having my family there as well. You know, me and my mom actually after the game hugged for at least 1 minute. You know, it's just, you know, I wasn't crying. I think she was crying. I wasn't crying. But she was just so happy for me because, you know, she know how much work I put in to get there. So, you know, that was a beautiful moment. You know, I still got the picture when we was hugging, but, you know, it was just beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Just loved it for sure.
Yeah, that's a blessing, bro.
That's a surreal feeling, bro. Definitely everybody in Baltimore, especially people who know you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we felt like you was doing.
You seen this shot. I'm like,
that was
yes, sir.
Another while we on the NBA topic, another thing. Talk about when y'all played against the Heat that last couple minutes.
Oh yeah,
retired.
That's crazy because that's crazy playing against the Heat. It was his last game, like you said, before he his last home game, not his last home game before he retired. It's crazy because I live in Miami now and nobody even recognizes me from doing what I did. Like everybody they don't even remember. But he tried to throw like an alley-oop off the glass, and you know, I was sprinting back on defense. You know, I'm trying to trying to show the Sixers that, you know, I'm still here trying to play hard. You know, and he throws that off the glass, and, you know, and I knock it away and not get it. You know, I mean, the crowd obviously was pissed, but I'm just like, bro, like I can't sit here and, you know, not let D Wade do whatever. Like I should just he trying to throw alley-oops off the glass. Like,
that's disrespectful.
After the game though, I get like so many DMs and comments on my Instagram, bro. I'm deactivating comments on my pictures, like it's crazy. Like I got my mother texting me like, listen, if you want me to beat somebody, I'll be. I'm like, Mom, relax. Like, you know, like it's just crazy fans, like whatever, you know. And I had some people in my comments like, yo, like good job by doing that. Like you're supposed to do that. You feel me? But yeah, I mean, Miami's arena is really nice too as well. Like, I mean, yeah, but that was a nice experience as well playing against D Wade. Like he's probably the 3rd best shooting guard of all time. So like that's beautiful as well. Yeah.
Just like you said, when it happened, Twitter went crazy, bro. Everybody like, who the hell is number 7 that just did?
Yeah.
All the Baltimore Twitter is like, man, it ain't nothing easy.
Right. Facts.
Speak on we be seeing you work out. You feel me? Putting a lot of people in the blender, getting crazy. Speak on working out all the time with Mike Beasley and Mario Chalmers, real NBA vets.
Yeah, Chalmers got a ring.
Yeah. I mean, those guys are vets, you know, so I'm trying to learn from them in the gym, obviously, first and foremost. You know, we play ones after, you know, every workout. I'm not going to lie, Bees wins, you know, majority of because he's 6'10". He's shooting right over top of us every time. It's tough to guard, you know, but I'm obviously getting my buckets in there, you know, posting my buckets. And, you know, I'm not, you know, my game is not, you know, one-on-one, you know, basis, you know. Growing up, you know, I was a big man in Curly. We was big man. You know, I didn't really have a handle. You know, I'm still working on my handles today, trying to get them better. You know, I wish I would have worked on my handles better back in high school. You know, it would have been easier now, but still trying to work on it. But, you know, it's coming to me, though. You know, playing ones with those guys helps a lot, too, because those are NBA vets. You know, they have a lot of moves in that bag, and I'm learning from them. We doing drills. They doing different stuff. And I'm like, I'm pulling them to the side, like, you know, teach me this, teach me that. You know, because I'm trying to learn. You know, I'm trying to get to where they at, NBA vets. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know it all. I don't know a lot. You know, those guys know more than me for sure. You know, you got an NBA champion, got a number 2 overall pick, Michael Beasley. So I'm trying to learn from them guys every chance that I can get. You know, it's a blessing to have those guys in the gym with me, working out with me, and I'm working out with them. You know, I'm blessed to have that. So, you know, the ones are, you know, pretty nice to see. You know, yeah, I'll be trying to get my bag every now and then, trying to do some stuff. You know, Mario really gets the worst of it because every time he plays good defense, I score. Like, I don't know, something about Chalmers guarding me, I always score him because it's just like, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know.
No, definitely see the game getting even more. You know, you can see someone like been around that pro environment for a while. Definitely see you getting real polished. Definitely excited to see how this season
most
goes.
definitely seeing your game from high school to now, bro. Definitely that elevation is crazy, bro. For sure.
For sure.
Talk about some of the players like who welcomed you into the league when you first came in. Some people who like give you tips here and there still to this day. I mean, you don't have to play with them. It could be anybody from the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me. I feel like Jimmy Butler was definitely a big influence on me. My locker was actually next to his in the arena, and I would ask him a lot about his off-season stuff. What do you do before games? You know, what does he do to help his body recover? And, you know, that's an all-star, superstar type player right there. That's another, you know, thing that I can learn from. You know, he's probably a top 15, top 10 player in the NBA. You know what I mean? What is better than learning from a guy like that? Obviously, you know, from him. Who else? I'm trying to think. Amir Johnson. He actually came down when he told the Sixers to send him down to G League, like for a few games just to play, which is pretty cool. Like, you don't see vets do that, just to, you know, play. You know, and he has a lot of knowledge as well. He's been in the league for a minute. I think he's still playing in the Big Three right now, but he's been in the league for a minute as well. You know, just asking him about, you know, the NBA lifestyle, you know, how to, you know, stay in the NBA, you know, how it works, you know, just keep getting better every day. You know, that's a guy who's proven himself years throughout years. So Amir Johnson, Jimmy Butler, a lot of the Sixers guys, because I've spent a lot of time with the Sixers guys, but JJ Redick, you know, guys like that. Yeah, McConnell, I think his name.
PJ McConnell.
Mm-hmm. PJ McConnell, he's so underrated, bro. Like, you wouldn't think he's really tough. Like, he's 6 feet and like white, so you wouldn't think that, you know, he's a basketball player, but he's really, really tough. Like, you wouldn't know, but he would give you a bucket. He's gave me quite a few buckets in practice. I'm not gonna lie. His mid range pull up, automatic. I don't think I've seen him miss one, but yeah.
That's all right.
Definitely appreciate your honestness. When you talk about people who inspire you and things like that, like I said, I literally watched firsthand since high school, like your dad coming to the games and always being there right beside you. So really talk about Haywood Senior and how your dad like has been there for the journey.
So everybody knows that my father at each game is acting a fool crazy in the stands, talking crazy to whoever. You know, he's not being disrespectful, obviously, but he's you know, he's being a super dad. Like, I mean, he's being crazy. He's yelling. He loses his voice a lot. I mean, I think he just had so much fun being at the games because he's living through me. You know, he obviously played basketball too, so he wanted to, you know, be professional and all that, but he didn't work out for him. But, you know, he's seeing it, you know, live through me. So he's having fun with it. You know, been there for me my whole life. You know, he's actually just down here, you know, seeing his granddaughter. Not just had a daughter, but it's really fun to see him, you know, come to the games and support me as much as he do. You know, he's driven a lot of miles to come see me playing Wheeling. He's come to a lot of games in Delaware. He supports me a lot, you know, and he always tries to give me pep talks. And I'm like, Dad, like, I'm 24 years old. Like, you don't got any pep talks anymore. I know how to play basketball and stuff, but you know, it's still cool to watch. But you know, I love that guy. And he's you know, he's funny. He's a funny guy.
That's funny you said that, because I go through the same. I got the same name as my father. I go through the same things. He called me overseas, talking to me like, yeah, this and this and that. I'm like, yo, let me learn through my mistakes. I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, like, they're on the court. But speak about that though. Before we get into another time, speak about how it was overseas in that Germany top league. You definitely did it.
Yeah, it was obviously a different experience for me. My first time overseas, you know, Corona season. Last year was pretty tough for me. Pretty tough. It was probably my, you know, to be honest, probably my worst season professionally. I didn't shoot the ball well. You know, I was adjusting to the German lifestyle, you know, being over there by myself. And, you know, just being on different time zones than my family and my friends, my girlfriend and stuff like that, it was tough, you know, but thank God, you know, I got through it. You know, and I'm gonna look back on that season as a learning experience. You know, I was over there, you know, I didn't play to the standards that I wanted to play to, but, you know, I got through it, you know, so, you know, you can make it overseas, you can make it anywhere. It was definitely a learning experience for me. You know, my girlfriend actually came halfway through the year, which helped a lot. You know, she was cooking for me, you know, being there for me, you know, and I thank God for her. You know, I don't know if I would have made it, you know, that halfway point, she really helped a lot. Cause, you know, I was cooking for I'm not much of a chef. You know, I was learning as times goes, but I was cooking for myself. Some of the German food wasn't as good as American food. I was driving an hour just to get a Five Guys burger, you know, like, it was tough, but you know, I got through it. You know, it wasn't as bad as, you know, I thought it'd be, but I got through it, you know, thank God. But you know, it's tough. I mean, Will, you know as much as me, you was overseas, like overseas is not, it's not easy, bro. Like everybody thinks it's easy. It's not easy at all.
That's your mental on a whole nother level, bro. You just
got
focus.
It's mentally. Yeah.
I wanted to quit, bro. I had to call Tay, telling him like, bro, this not what I'm saying. He saying like, bro, like you did all to get there. You halfway around the world. Now you can't just get up and run.
Yeah. I feel like calling your family a lot while you're over there really helps. You know, because you just talking to them, you know, makes you feel closer to them. You know, and when I was over there and you was over there too, it was a pandemic. So you know, me and my teammates didn't really get to go out and explore a lot. We explored some, but you know, it was tough, like you said.
Yeah, bro. Talk a little bit more in depth on that, like your mental process, like before your girlfriend really came up there and helped you out. Cause like he said, like he would call me and he like, bro, I'm asking him like how the experience and stuff is. I'm like, yeah, so y'all getting like, let me see y'all uniforms and stuff. They got like one pair of uniforms. He hanging the clothes up on the line to dry them. I'm like, bro, you don't have a dryer down there? He like, bro, it's dryers. And I was gonna ask you about weird. Too. Talk about the different type of foods down there.
Bro, it's weird, bro. It's very tough. It's tough. That's all I'm saying. That's one word. Tough. It's very tough, bro. Like, I had a dryer, thank God. But the bathroom that I had in my apartment was like a really weird one. Like it was like small, but
the water like shooting up.
You know what?
It was one of them with the water shooting up.
I think so. I kind of think so actually. And the stove was kind of weird. You know, I was learning how to work the stove and stuff like that. And my refrigerator wasn't that big. Like, I mean, I just wasn't used to this type of thing, but it wasn't all that bad. You know, I'm not really a high maintenance guy. But the food, I mean, Germany, they didn't really have like, you know, good American food to me. Like, you know, I mean, I'm trying to eat healthier, but you know, like I like chicken tenders and fries every now and then. You know, like American type, like, you know, restaurants, you know. But they had a Subway that wasn't too far, which wasn't bad. And they had like I said, a KFC and a Five Guys and stuff like that, you know. So mentally, you know, every day was a grind for sure. Like the coach over there that I had was pretty strict as well. I mean, which I was cool with, you know. But you know, we won. So, you know, him being strict obviously helped us win. So you know, practices was not easy at all. 2 a days, you know, it's tough. It's very, very, very tough. But you know, you do it because you love basketball. You do it because you know you signed up for it. And you know, end of the day, you know, what's better than playing basketball, getting paid to play basketball? So yeah.
Most definitely. Talk a little bit about have you ever had any like mental episodes, whether it was overseas, the NBA? I know you've been away from your family for quite a amount of time. Have you ever went through like depression or anxiety?
Yeah, for sure. Depression for sure overseas. I think it was like my birthday overseas. I wanted to we had a game. I wanted to play well. Like I wanted to, you know, play well because, you know, I didn't play great overseas. Like I said, I wanted to play like really well for my birthday. And you know, we was playing this team, we was winning and stuff. You know, I was doing okay. You know, second half come, you know, I'm shooting some open threes, you know, and that just is not falling from me. But a couple plays later, you know, I shoot a three in the corner, it finally falls from me, and I'm just like, wow, like, you know. But it was tough. Later that day, I called my mother, called my father. I'm just like, Mom, like I just wanted to play better. And I was talking to him on the phone. You know, I kind of, like, I'm not gonna lie again, I shedded a few tears. Like Mom, like this is tough. Like I wanted to play better. Like I'm doing my best, Mom. I'm doing my best, Dad. And they're just like, stick with it. You know, we love you. just stay, just keep doing what you're doing, just keep working. And I was kind of depressed for a couple of days after that, but I got back into it, and it worked out. Germany wasn't all that bad, like I said. And over when I was in the G League with the Sixers one time, I actually asked one of the staff people on the Blue Coats, can I see like a mental therapist that can help me, process, some of these thoughts that I was having. Because, I went through a kind of a tough stretch as well when I was playing in the G League, when I wasn't playing to how I wanted to play as well, So I was having like kind of like thoughts about like, wow, like you're not as good as you think you is. No wonder you went Division II. No wonder you had Division I honors. Like I was having thoughts like that in my head, and it wasn't healthy. It wasn't positive. So I wanted to get help for myself to just talk with somebody about it. Not just my mom and dad, but talk to a professional. Because if you need help, obviously ask for it. People nowadays think talking to a therapist means you're weird or you're crazy. Like no, like that's a normal thing to do. They're there for a reason. We had mental health meetings in the G League, and I took advantage of, I'm like, okay, yeah, can I talk to somebody in the Philly area? And the Sixers hooked me up. Thank God the Sixers and the Blue Coats hooked me up with somebody in the area. I didn't have to pay nothing because, it was a part of the thing that, you signed up for. But she really helped a lot too. This is before coronavirus, but she helped a lot. I went to like 3 or 4 sessions, and then coronavirus hit. So we was doing meetings on Zoom. We was talking about a lot of different things. I sometimes, for me, I already know I put a lot of pressure on myself to, play the best that I can. And if I don't, I'm going to think about it, after the game, like, wow, you could have played better. You could have did this, you could have did that. Like I try to do perfection. Obviously, perfection is never going to happen in basketball. No matter how hard you prepare, it's never going to happen. But I try my best to, do that. But, I forgot my train of thought. I forgot my train of thought. Okay, yeah, I was having like thoughts. I was talking to her about like, yeah, like I'm so hard on myself. I was getting down on myself. Like I wasn't confident in myself. But she helped me regain, all that stuff, and talking to her, doing different things, writing things down, different exercises helping me. So yeah, that really helped me. Having the support system helped me as well. But yeah, for sure.
What were some things that she had you do, or like some exercises y'all did, or things you just did on your own to help you get back and get that confidence?
Yeah. They have I did it like two or three things. They have an app. It's called, I forget what it's called. Like you listen to like meditation things that helps you like relax and chill. I forgot what it's called. I was really on top of my head. I forgot what it's called. But it's like an app. You listen to different things, and they actually have one also that LeBron talks to you about his journey through high school to the NBA. And he helps you, just see how far he's come and, how much he's done and how much, he believes in himself and stuff like that. But she had me also write down, things, how far I've came in my professional career, and that basically showed me, like, you made it this far, man. Like, stuff is happening. Everything's going to work out for you. God has a plan for you. And, this really helped me realize that, I shouldn't put, so much pressure on myself. I should just go out there and just hoop no matter what. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro, that's ironic you said that, because I literally was going to ask, like, it never clicked in your head, or like, I know we out there trying to compete at the highest level, but it's just like, you're trying to be the best always, putting pressure on yourself. But it's like, even if you're at the top, like, even if you're not LeBron James or Kevin Durant, like, it's always more to do. So you coming from B conference, high school, Division II college, Division II college, making it to the NBA, like, some people where we come from especially would just be like, bro, I made it to the league, I'm cool. But like, you still pushing yourself to be better and be more. Like, did you ever take the time and give yourself credit? Like, man, I made it here. Like, I just gotta, you feel me, go at my own speed.
Yeah, my mom tells me all the time, like you made it this far, Haywood, you won already. Like you've won. Like, but I think my goal obviously is to stay in the NBA, get to the NBA and stay there for years and years to come. So I'm thinking to myself, like I still got a lot to do. But my mom is like, hey, well, you're putting in the work. You've gotten here. You got to the NBA for a reason. Like you've done a lot. Like like realize that you already beat the odds. So sometimes I gotta sit back and think about how far I've come. And like you said, B conference, Division II, NBA. Like not a lot of people can say that they went to a Division II school and played in the NBA. Like, I mean, like I've come a long way. Like I've always been underrated, the underdog. Like I'm pretty sure all three of us have always been like the underdog type people. Like we come from people overlooking us. You know, none of us have been ranked in high school. None of us is like, you know, seen as like, oh, did you hear about Haywood and Will Jenkins or Monte and Bart? Like them hoopers, like none of us has been like that. Like we always been the underdog, which is cool. Like I love the underdog. Like I love that. You know what I mean? Like that's the best thing to be, because you have nothing, you know, you have nothing to lose.
You don't got no expectations. The only thing
you
got to do is be better.
At the end of the day, so I love being the underdog, and you know, I gotta realize sometimes I gotta sit back and sit down and realize how far I've come in life, not just in basketball as well, but in life. You feel me? Like I'm not the same, you know, immature kid in high school. Me and Monte used to joke around. You know, I still like to have fun and laugh, but you know, we came so far in life that, you know, we got to sit here and realize and give ourselves a pat on the back and say good job sometimes.
For real, bro. Like everything you saying, like I really can 100%. Feel that, because we really went through it. Just like you said, like we wasn't always the top dog and things like that. I just had to talk to my little brother. He a freshman now up at Penn State, and I just asked him like how was the first couple of practices and stuff. And he was like, it was a little rocky, but just like stay in there. And I just told him like, man, we ain't never been the favorite, so we right where we need to be at. Even for myself, like. I'm real hard on myself. Like, I feel like everybody else from Baltimore get that chip on your shoulder. Like,
facts.
You got to give yourself that credit and be like, man, like you said before, God got a plan for me. So it's really no worries once you understand that.
Facts.
Definitely, because we already always our toughest critics. So we definitely got to pat ourselves on the back and keep pushing, but not like dwell on it too long.
Facts. Exactly.
Long way, bro. You about to be a dad now, bro. Like,
man.
Talk about that, bro. Congratulations,
my guy.
What was your thought process, your mental process, seeing her your first time holding your daughter, man?
Appreciate it. Probably the best day of my life when she was born, for sure. I was in the room when she was born. Just seeing her and holding her, just, you know, it's a feeling I can't explain. You know, I can see me and her. You know, this is my first child. She's a girl. You know, I'm a girl dad, so you know, I'm gonna spoil the hell out of her. You know, I love her so much. And even if she starts, you know, making a sound and starts crying a little bit, you know, I pick her up right away, because I don't want her to cry at all.
Yeah, it's like
I don't want her to cry at all. She's gonna be so spoiled. Oh my God! But yeah, mentally. Everything's about her at this point. You know, she's my main focus in life. At the end of the day, you know, she's my motivation. She's gonna be bigger. She's gonna be so much motivation for me when I get to, you know, G League camp I'm about to go to, that, you know, I'm just gonna play my hardest, you know, because I already know, you know, I gotta do this for my baby girl. You know, I got a family to feed for sure. But you know, no matter if my day's gonna go bad, good, whatever, you know, when I come home to her, you know, I'm gonna smile no matter what, because that's the biggest blessing I can ever have, being a father. You know, me having a father and seeing how inspirational that was for me, I got to be the same way for her, and even better.
That's major, bro. Like you said, congrats again, bro.
Thank you.
A huge blessing, bro. I'm glad baby girl came out healthy.
Yes, healthy and beautiful as I don't know what. Yes.
Yes, sir. Sure. Talk a little bit about, we see you got the merch on. You can show your merch.
Yeah.
You got the merch.
Yeah, Talk
about how your brand.
Y'all got y'all merch on too. We're gonna have to exchange merch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In person on, bro. We gonna get to it, bro.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm trying to start a little something. Just getting started with some clothing stuff. You know, just trying to be just trying to make a positive impact on people's lives.
The name of it.
Yeah. It's called H7H Clothing. It's basically just clothing line, just make a positive impact on people's lives. Just trying to motivate people, not just in sports, but in life, you know. And the main focus is betting on yourself, you know. Basically betting on yourself means just betting on yourself. Like, it just mean just taking risks on yourself. Like that's like example, like Will has an offer in overseas for $100K, but he has a G League offer for $35,000 was the salary of G League. So basically, if Will chose to take the G League route instead of the overseas route, he's betting on himself, because he feels like he's going to play good enough in the G League to get an NBA call up. So he'd rather take less money in the beginning, but it's going to pay off in the long run, because he thinks he's betting on himself. He's getting less money, but the reward in the end is going to be more. So it's just about taking risks and having confidence in yourself. you know, it's kind of connected with the mental aspect as well with you guys, because it's just like, you know, mentally just as important as physically, and, you know, in anything you're doing, like, you know, so mentally, if you think you can do something, you can do it, like, at the end of the day. So, like, betting on yourself, you know, getting better, having confidence, you know, and just, you know, just working hard.
Well, definitely, bro. Like you said, we definitely got to exchange some merch, do a collab and stuff like that, bro. Sure. I love that. Like,
for sure.
Your story yourself, just speak on, bet on yourself. Like I'm really even just sitting here talking to you, bro. Like, we ain't chopped it up in a while, but you know, it's always support from a distance. Like,
facts.
Really was teenagers in high school, and now, you feel me, you're a dad. Like, we really, like you said, we beat the odds, but we still got a lot more to go. But like, talk about some of the stuff with, like, from really being a senior in high school to a freshman at Wheeling to right now being a dad. Like, how do you think you've grown yourself, like, mentally? With some things that I know you had to up your discipline, your patience. I know you probably don't get a lot of sleep, so just talk about how you grown.
Yeah, sleep nowadays is definitely not something I'm getting. But yeah, I mean, freshman, senior in high school, you know, I was a kid that just wanted to play basketball in college. You know, I wasn't, you know, I didn't really have, you know, all these thoughts in my head about, you know, what my life was going to turn out without basketball. But thank God it worked out with basketball and stuff. And, you know, from high school to college, you know, I really, you know, like I said, I really locked in when I got to college, like locked in on the basketball. Like, you know, I wanted to do this for a living. And, you know, it worked out. Thank God for that college. So over time, I just got more and more locked in. I think I really started to understand that, you know, in order to be great at basketball, you got to put in so much work, a lot of work every day. You know, I think high school, you know, like when we was there in Monte, I didn't really take it as serious as I should have. You know, I should have probably lifted more, should have probably got up more shots. I should have probably, you know, did more conditioning. Like nowadays, like I literally work out twice a day nowadays, off on the weekends to rest my body. Like I didn't understand how to, you know, recover your body and stuff like that as well. Like icing your stuff, like doing a Normatec, like stretching helps a lot. Stretching helps a lot. Drinking water, like eating habits. Like I've grown in that aspect so much. Like literally, I won't eat fried food today unless it's like maybe once a week, Chick-fil-A maybe every now and then. Like I've grown from that to now, which is crazy because, you know, in our high school, our food was like pretty like unhealthy. Like the food we had was like chicken tenders and fries or whatever. Like it was really unhealthy. But like now you won't catch me eating chicken tenders and fries unless it's, you know, like maybe like once every month or something like that. But you know, I really matured a lot. You know, I still like to have fun and laugh and make jokes about people, you know, talk about people, say look like this and that. But you know, I really matured a lot. You know, I don't really go out a lot no more, you know, now with the baby. But you know, I just like to chill home. I'm a homebody. Really like to chill home with my family. If I'm not in the gym, I'm home. That's how I feel. You know, so I really grown just, you know, just trying to be the best me I can be for my family. You know, I'm a dad now, so you know I can't be out in these streets, you know, doing anything. So you know, I'm just trying to put my best foot forward, and you know, just, you know, God gonna lead me to the right path.
Sure, love to hear that, bro. Like, yeah, like I just gotta keep saying, like, your elevation is really crazy, bro. Like, most definitely.
We getting the energy, bro, through Zoom.
Yeah,
and like,
I swear.
Like we seen, because we all watched each other grow, but it's different when you sit and really talk and be like, man, we really
especially
men,
when
like,
we come from.
Yeah.
Everybody branch off and do their own thing, so you know people still watching. Whether they like your pictures on IG, if they don't like it, you see it. Like, oh, he went to Houston, he in the league. Let me see what he doing.
I literally remember me and Monty used to make jokes about each other in geek in class and laugh in class and literally like not take class serious. I think we had Spanish class together. We literally didn't like pay attention at all. Like we literally would joke in class all day, every day, and like just laugh, like, which is crazy because like now we still probably make jokes every now and then, but we're more mature. I can see that you got yeah, we're all more mature. Like we're focused on the bigger picture. You know, we're trying to, you know, elevate, you know, everything about our lives.
Yeah, like you said, bro, like I remember we got on khakis and Sperry's running around outside when we supposed to be in the weight room at the school. Like we definitely could have took it more serious, but just thank God that, you feel me, he kept us on track, because it's a lot of people where we came from that's in worse situations. So I'm just blessed to be who we at now and doing this. Hopefully somebody will see this video that's coming from a Division II school, or B conference or something, and they hear your story and then motivate them. Like, man, I can get to the league. Haywood Highsmith did it. Like, he gonna be my motivation the same way how you look at people that come from Baltimore, KD, coming from out the DMV area, people like that. So hopefully someone can see this and really use it. You talk about any do you have any regrets in life?
Any regrets?
I was getting to it.
I don't think I have any really regrets. Everything worked out for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, in my opinion.
If you could go back from little Haywood, you would do everything exactly the same way.
I think in high school, I work harder in high school for sure. And maybe my path wouldn't be as hard as it was. But I think for my path being as hard as it was, it really helped me grow and helped me, become mentally stronger, physically stronger, and all that stuff. So, I mean, maybe worked harder in high school. That's about it. I don't know. But yeah, that's probably it. Probably. Yeah.
That's good, bro. You basically accepting that your journey made you who you is today. That's 100% understandable.
Facts.
It's on my mind before I lose it. Talk about what made you step out your comfort zone and actually want to go talk to that mental lady you were saying when you was at the Sixers. Like, what made you?
Yeah.
People don't really want to just go talk to people, especially someone they don't know at all.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Us as black males in the United States of America, we're not supposed to have feelings. We're not supposed to be sad, cry, none of that. We're gonna be looked at as soft. Like, it's really weird. But I feel like expressing your feelings is good for anybody, good for us. As guys, we have feelings as well. We're not, these tough guys all the time. But for me, asking for help, I felt like once it started affecting, me and my game, like affecting me and my game, my mental thoughts, that was the time where I really needed help, because if I'm not good on the court, if I'm not good in the mind, I'm not good on the court, so mentally is just as important as physically when it comes to basketball. Like, I think you should say 90% is mental, 10% is physical. I think something like that. So like, I think like mentally you definitely got to be prepared for the court, because basketball, you got to think a lot, you got to think on like really quickly. You got to do this, do that. So, I think therapists are really useful. You really help you talk about things you're thinking about, and you really get to grow, and it helps you a lot. So asking for help really wasn't hard for me. It was kind of like just you gotta do what you gotta do to get better, and it will help me on and off the court in the long run.
Yeah, no, I had to ask you that, bro, because like you say, I'm glad you said that. Like, young black men, old black men, whatever, like, we not supposed to, like you said, they think we soft as soon as we express ourselves or something. It's like, bro, nobody, we wasn't put on earth to be tough. Yeah, we know we providers, but
exactly,
we gotta express ourselves a different way than just being uptight the same way too.
Exactly. They see our tattoos and they think, we're these, big tough guys. We don't cry at all. We don't have feelings, but we're just as emotional as anybody in the world.
Do you think that has a little bit to do with you being able to recognize it? Do you think that has a little bit to do with being around mostly females, like your mom, your girlfriend, your daughter now? I think I'll be seeing you around your cousin and your aunt, something like.
Yeah, I'm around a lot of females, But yeah, I mean, I think that kind of has something to do with it. My actually my cousin, one of my cousins was like my sister. We were really close. Name's Kanisha. She was going to therapy because our grandfather died and she was having a tough time dealing with it. So I was thinking to myself, like, okay, like, I mean, like I like before I heard about that, I used to think therapy was crazy and weird as well. But once she started going and she started telling me what she was going through and how it helped her, I'm like, you know what, this therapy thing is, it really does help, So once she said that, that this was like before the season, when we got to the season, I would think to myself, like, maybe I need to go to therapy as well. It can help me. So, she was going to therapy, obviously, to help her deal with her emotions with, our grandfather passing. I was going to therapy to help me, get better mentally, for basketball. So therapy can help you in so many different ways. It's actually normal to go. Like, I honestly think everybody should go every now and then. Like, not you don't gotta go like every day, but like maybe once a month, twice a month. It's not just to talk about, what's going on in your life. Because a lot of people going through a lot of things, but it's tough. It's tough.
Really, you'll never know, bro. Like, it'd be crazy, the stories that come out. And I always tell people, you never know what goes on behind closed doors. That person that's laughing all on social media, like, smiling all day. You know,
Social media is tough, bro. It's really tough. Like, it's hard on people, really hard on people. Like, athletes too.
They create that comparison for too many people, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not telling nobody to not look at social media, whoever may watch this, but you gotta understand what you're on there for. Like, you gotta find a positive out of it, or maybe the entertainment, but you can't go in there and compare your life to someone else when you don't know what their journey was, and like what
exactly
for them to be great. Like, you just can't compare yourself to nobody. You just gotta stay in your own lane.
Exactly, for sure.
You really gotta look at it as motivation and not like, oh, how they did it. Like, really, just on some real talk. Like, how many people you think from Baltimore that you might have played with or against, and they like, man, no way he made it to the NBA over me.
Probably a lot. It's probably a lot who say that. Probably a lot.
You don't know what that man went through. You don't know nobody. You know what I mean? All the tears, the blood, sweat, and tears that went into that. Like,
nobody knows how hard I work. Like, I don't post a lot of videos of me working out. Like, I probably post a video every now and then. Like, a lot of people post everything they do. Work out, I do this, I do that. Like, I don't post all that stuff, you know? Like I saw a tweet the other day that said, if you don't post it, they don't think you in the gym or something like that. I'm like, I mean, that's very true. Like, nowadays, if you don't post you in the gym, they don't think you in the gym.
You think you fell off?
Hey, I'm in the gym every day. I ain't posting every day because just like I'm in the gym. You don't gotta post it. Like,
work gonna speak for itself, bro.
Exactly.
Was when you noticed that like you say it was altering your game a little bit, was that kind of how you realized, like what made you realize, like, man, I might be going through an episode, I need to talk to somebody? Because a lot of people might be experiencing anxiety, depression, things like that, episodes, and won't even realize it until maybe a year later, 6 months later. They might be, hey, I'm just going out having fun with my friends, and really you drinking because you're going through something and you don't really acknowledge it or don't know. So was that the first time you really noticed, like, man, my game is not on point, like I need to figure out what's going on?
Yeah, I think ever since high school, I've been hard on myself ever since college, I've been hard on myself for basketball. So when it got to professionally, you know, this is my job. So, you know, I really gotta be my best, you know, at all times. So, you know, throughout the season, you know, I could just tell something was off with me. You know, I wasn't, you know, I would come to practice, I wouldn't be motivated. You know, I was just like, it's another day to miss more shots. Thinking to myself in the head, like I gotta have the confidence that I'm the best shooter on the court. You know, and I wasn't having that confidence. You know, confidence is key. If you don't have confidence, you don't have anything. You know, so you know, it really started hitting me. You know, when I was missing a lot of shots, you know, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, and I was just thinking to myself, like, you know, it's time to get help. You know, and I kind of was going. I wasn't going out drinking, but, you know, I was, you know, just doing other things just to keep me busy. That I wasn't thinking about it too much. So, you know, I just noticed that, you know, it was just affecting me in a bad way. You know, I didn't want to talk to my family. I didn't want to talk to, you know, anybody. I just want to be by myself, which isn't good at all. It isn't good at all.
Oh, definitely. I feel like a lot of people go through that, bro. I commend you for stepping up and realizing, like, man, I gotta go seek change. Like, whatever it is, I'm gonna do something different. Like, where we come from, we don't go to therapy. So you going to do that, that's something that's completely out your comfort zone. So definitely salute you for doing that, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You talked about your cousin. That's why she chose therapy, because a death in the family. Talk about you losing people close to you. Like, how did that affect you? Where we come from, it's a lot of people who experience, you feel me, death that's close around. So just talk about how that take a toll on your mental.
Yeah, I mean, Baltimore has a lot of, you know, shootings and, you know, crime and stuff like that. You know, thank God I really have not lost like a close friend to any, you know, gun violence or anything like that. I don't like. I mean, probably somebody that I know, but it wasn't like close friend. But like, you know, but it's still tough to see something like that happen to somebody. But you know, I've lost my grandma. All my grandparents are gone. My aunt was gone. But you know, just thinking about them, you know, it's just more, you know, motivation, you know, because I know they're behind me every step of the way, you know, upstairs with the Lord. So you know, before each game, I say a prayer, you know, about them, you know, and I thank God for, you know, blessing me. And when I'm at the free throw line, I actually do 2 dribbles, you know, one for my grandmother, one for my aunt. So, you know, just, and then shoot the free throw, you know, I hope it goes in, obviously. But yeah, I mean, you know, my family has dealt with deaths. You know, it's been tough, but, you know, we got through it. You know, because it's a big family, so we got through it. And I actually gave my daughter, her middle name is my grandmother's name, so, you know, she's living through her, so, which is cool, pretty cool.
That's tough. That's a really unique idea right there too, bro. The 2 dribbles for them. I ain't never even heard of that. That's all right.
Yeah, for sure. I might have to add 3 for Hazel, for my daughter. Now I might add 3.
Yeah, people wouldn't even really know that, bro. Talk about real quick, your favorite teammate you ever played with and the toughest player you ever had to guard.
Favorite teammate I ever played with? Probably Shake Milton. Probably Shake. Well, I'm gonna say, okay, I gotta go college too. I'm probably say Pat.
Pat going
And listen, because Pat would have hit me up after this and been like, "Dang, bro, that's how you feel."
I know.
We already know.
But nah, yeah, Pat. Me and Pat were so close in college, like really close. I mean, me and Will remembers like Pat was like, me and Pat was like a combo, like a 1-2 combo. Like we used to go back and forth.
Was like best of friends in college, just how y'all played off each other on the court.
Yeah. Pat definitely favored to play with because he would drop me a lot of assists, and probably Shake, because Shake was just a bucket. Like just watching this guy just go to work was just crazy. Like Shake is a bucket. Like he got so much in his bag that we haven't even seen on the Sixers. Like it's crazy. He's a bucket. Like certified bucket getter. Like yeah, certified bucket getter.
You got that.
Listen. It's no surprise what he's doing in the NBA right now to me because I've seen it close hand. Like literally, he could start on a lot of teams. Like I'm not gonna comment on the bench and all that stuff, but like when Shake's get time this year, like he's gonna kill. He's gonna do good. He's gonna do it. You said the toughest player at the guard.
Yeah, sorry, who you ever played against?
Well, D-Wade, he was kind of tough to guard. You know, even him being so old, you know, he still had some stuff in his bag that, you know, he was doing and stuff. But yeah, he was pretty tough to guard his last night in Miami. And I guarded Dwayne Bacon one time in the G League. Yeah, he's a bucket as well. Like he got mid-range threes, you know, float, whatever. You know, he's kind of a bucket, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm supposed to be like this defensive stopper as well. So I've guarded a lot of good players. Like I've guarded every night in the G League when I was back with Luka, I used to guard like the best players, you know. Tremont Waters, he's fast. He's really, really fast. I forgot about him. He's the quick guy with the Celtics. He's played with Celtics. He went to LSU. He's really, really quick. Not gonna lie, he caught me lacking one time. Because I used to pick him up full court. He's like 5'6", 5'7". I'm like 6'4", 6'5". So like he has the quickness advantage over me, and I'm like this is tough. He caught me one time like snatch back. I didn't like fall. I stumbled. I'm like it was tough. But yeah, he's pretty quick. Dwayne Bacon, him, and D-Wade probably.
Most definitely. Well, here on the Mental Health Podcast, bro, we always ask everybody that come on here, with 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, where would you say you're at right now mentally?
Mentally, I think I'm at a 9.5. 9.5. You know, with a beautiful baby girl, my mental's always going to be straight. It's always going to be straight now. You know, I got to be mentally right. I got to be mentally at 100% for her. You know, I got to be there for her. You know, I got to be there for my girlfriend. I got to be there for my mother. You know, I'm the leader of this pack, basically. You know, my family, I'm stepping into that leader role, trying to, you know, get everybody together as one. You know, so I'm at a 9.5. You know, but you know, G League camp starting up next week. You know, so I'm ready for that. So you know, it's just I'm excited about that. You know, so I'm really excited about that for sure. So
yeah, just speak a little bit on, bro. Like it sounds like you got a lot on your plate. Like you the man, you the go-to right now. Like. Feel me, your parents, you taking care of them now. You got your baby girl, your lady. Like, just talk about, you feel me, everything being on your shoulders and you really being the man in charge and you had to be away from home from a certain amount of times. Like, how do you really deal with it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm the man in charge. I would say like I'm the father of the household. But you know, because my girlfriend actually she helps a lot. Like she's the best at everything. She helps me so much. She supports me so much. You know, she really holds down the fort. Like she's really a ride or die. You know, I thank God for her. She does a lot. You know, she's great with my baby, and she's great with the house. She cooks, she cleans, she does everything. She's very versatile in a basketball type of way. You know, versatile. But yeah, I mean, you know, I definitely got a lot. I mean, I kind of got a lot on my plate, like you said. But you know, it's all about you know, God. God has a plan for all of us. You know, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to, you know, help make sure everybody's good, you know, and just, you know, make sure I'm good as well, you know, because if I'm not good, you know, how am I supposed to make sure everybody else is good, you know? So, end of the day, you know, it's a lot, but you know, I'm ready for it, you know, and I thank God that He's there with me, and, you know, and I'm ready to go. Let's get it.
hear that, bro. I'm glad you said that too, about how you making sure you're self-ready besides just everybody else. Because a lot of people will check on or worry about everybody else, but they might never look at their self and make sure they good as well. I'm glad you said
that. For
Well,
sure.
bro. Shout out to the lady of the house. We know it ain't easy taking care of an athlete, and you feel me, keeping your mental right. In order for you to, she basically
in the distance, yeah, she deals with it. It was tough for her at first, but she's doing better with the distance. You know, when I'm on the road playing basketball and stuff. But yeah, she really is a ride or die.
So can we be expecting some wedding invitations in the mail soon?
I knew that was coming. We'll see. You know, I'm not going to rush marriage at all. Marriage is a beautiful thing, a very, you know, solid commitment. So, you know, I'm not going to rush marriage at all. You know, the way it's going now, you know, it's going to happen eventually, obviously. But I'm not going to rush nothing at all. You know, you can't rush marriage at all.
So it's got to be a timing thing.
For sure.
Like I said, bro, definitely, like, we can see your elevation from then to now, bro. Shout out to you. Salute to you, bro. Definitely thanks for giving us your time on here, bro. We know, like I said, you got a busy schedule. Shout out your brand, bro. Where can we find your brand at? Shout out your page.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me as well. You know, this is a beautiful podcast. You know, hopefully next time on here we can do it in person for sure.
That's the plan.
So the brand H7H Instagram. I'm sorry, pulling up on my phone. H7H _clothing is the Instagram for the clothing brand, and the website is h7h.com. We have some shirts and shorts still in stock. I'm actually going to drop some different stuff soon, eventually. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for the clothing. You know, we're small right now, but you know we're getting started. It's going to keep elevating, you know, each time for sure. You know, my Instagram. I don't know my Instagram. My Instagram is Haywood Jr. 24. If you want to follow me, guys, and
yes, sir.
About it.
Handles up there.
Make sure y'all go support that H7H. Bet on yourself, and we just want to give you the flowers while you're here, bro. Like, shout out to you, salute to you, bro. That's major coming from where we come from. Like, not even just making it to the NBA, but like I said, just becoming the man that you became, bro. Like, the elevation from being goofy kids to really being men out here. Like, a lot of people can't say they really real stand-up guys in this day and age, especially in this generation. So shout out to you, bro. Definitely give you your flowers while you're here. God bless to you, your family.
Appreciate it. Yep.
And we wish you the best on this upcoming camp and this upcoming season, bro. It's always love over here.
Always love.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. We gotta link up in person soon.
We definitely gotta do a collab, something for the homeless and the kids and stuff, a little give back or something.
Yeah, sounds beautiful for sure. Appreciate you guys. Yep.
Thanks, Brody.
Yep.